On this 50-point inspection, I would like to wish all of my viewers and anybody that may happen upon this channel a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I hope everybody's just having a great day today. Things are very cheerful and wonderful here in the BuMpY household because I'm home alone. And I have this hopefully excellent beer to imbibe on. So what I'm bringing you as a gift is the Final Fog. This comes from Abomination Brewing Company. They're brewing out of the North Haven, Connecticut 12% project. The Final Fog is a quadruple dry hopped quadruple IPA. It comes in at 13% ABV. This is celebrating another year of wandering into the fog, bottled exclusively for Rare Fog Day. So, yes, let's go ahead and read the hop bill on this thing. The Final Fog is hopped with Nelson, Citra, African Queen, Raquel, Matuka, Simcoe, Cashmere, Mosaic, Ariana, and Pacific Jade. All right, it's a big bomber bottle, 13%. Hopefully it's great, but let's find out on this inspection. All right, so it didn't pour with a gigantic head, but it is a fairly tight-knit kind of frothy-esque. Still white head. The color of the beer itself is that nice milky gold and orange. Extremely murky. You cannot see, it's opaque. Cannot see through it. So some aromas. All right, so it's got a plethora of aromas. There is some citrus notes in there for sure. It's kind of orange, tangerine-esque, a bit grapefruit. Get a little bit of like a melon and a berry as well. So there's a touch of pine in there. Bit of mango, bit of passion fruit. But yeah, it starts off citrusy, and then you really start to notice some other aromatics coming up through beyond the citrus, beyond that orange, beyond that tangerine and grapefruit. I think there's a little pear in there as well. This is it's loaded with hops. There's a lot of different aromas going on for it, which is nice. It's pleasant. As far as it being bombastic, I didn't smell it when it first poured in, but let me swirl it and see if I can't get any distance on this thing. This doesn't seem to be flying out of the glass with the aromatics, but all right. Yeah, you get some smells from afar. Kind of that earthier, kind of meatier fruits. A little bit more like that pear, maybe some pineapple. A little bit of malt sweetness. Oh yeah, oh wow. Now I'm getting like some candy notes, gummy notes. All right, there is a lot going on for this. I hope that it's good in the flavor department here. So first swig, cheers. Wow. This is a good beer. It's got like a medium, but like a light side medium body to it. It is kind of soft palate, kind of creamy-esque. Carbonation, I'd say, is lower side medium. I'm getting hit with just A lot of nice fruit. A lot of nice fruit right up front. It is kind of on the sweet end up front. So a little bit of malt sweetness. So there's some of that candy note, gummy notes in there. I'd say like, yeah, gummy peaches. There's a bit of that citrus, kind of more tangerine. Sweet pineapple. Mango. I think there's a bit of pear and everything in there too. Maybe even a slight guava. The thing's just loaded, loaded, loaded. And then it is pretty moderately bitter for 13% ABV with the amount of sweetness. There's a bit of stickiness on my lips right now. But yeah, moderately bitter, and the bitterness is definitely a piney. It's a piney bitterness. I do feel some hop burn in the back of the throat from this one. Oh, damn. It's 13% alcohol too, so it could be a little bit of alcohol burn as well in that throat, but loaded. So yeah, kind of mostly piney for the finish. Little earthy tone too. I think that's something that goes along with pine as well. But yeah, this is just. I mean, that's the label art there. I mean, they got a spectrum of different fog label colors, I think, and all of the hops that were used in each different fog series. The alcohol at 13% is pretty well hidden as well. Let's say that. Yeah, loaded with flavors. Very flavorful, nice flavors. It does have that piney bitterness. Like I said, it is moderate. So it definitely drinks like an IPA, but it's fairly well kind of balanced out with that. I mean, it's unbalanced because the bitterness does spike so much. It's unbalanced in that aspect, but it's not unpleasant. It definitely has a nice sweetness to kind of give it that backbone too. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and give this one a score. Okay, I am back with my score, but first let's get to Untapped. Now I looked at the Untapped score. There's not much written up on it as far as in the Untapped. They give the score, but kind of like, wow, the score that's given. And then I just wanted to see why. I mean, and then of course you come across some people that are like, oh, it's just a big cluster of hops, and they give it like a very low, like 3. So I think that definitely messed with the score that it probably actually should get, which is the score that I'm going to give it, because you should just listen to me, especially if I really, really like something. So out of 203 ratings, Final Fog averages out at a 4.31 out of 5 on Untapped, which would put that into the very good range on my scoring system. For me, I gave it the appearance of a 6 out of 6. For the aromas, I dinged it just a little bit because, yeah, you can still get some aromas, but it wasn't like flying out of the glass, so it's missing the bombastic, especially for being quadruply hopped. But very pleasant aromas, very nice aromas, an abundance of aromas that you can pick out. I think that you kind of have to have maybe a little bit of training, and by that I mean by smelling and drinking a shit ton of beers like myself, just to try to pick out different notes even. Otherwise you may just see it as a big clusterfuck of hops. But yes, a 9.5 out of 10 is what I'm going to give it for the aromatics. On the flavor score, very nice. I think maybe just a little bit more actual malt flavoring versus just kind of a malt sweetness. I think actually being able to pick out some like certain malt flavors would have been a little bit nicer with mixing with the amount of hoppage that's in this. So I'm going to give it a score of 17.5 out of 19 for the flavors. On the body, it's nice body, it's smooth, it works well with that kind of low side medium feel to it. Everything's working pretty well, 5 out of 5. And for my overall score, for what this is, being a huge IPA, huge in both aspects of ABV and the amount of hops that are used in this, I think they did a pretty damn good job with it. And even though my scores are down just a little bit, I kind of let you know what I think would have made it just pop a little bit more. I still can't really fault it. This is one of the better, what you would consider a quad IPA, I guess, that I've had. So I'm at a 10 out of 10. I if there's another bottle of this, I'm definitely picking it up. And I think you should all pick it up too. This is definitely a treat of a beer. And you find them once a year, right? So, the final fog is going to get a BuMpY. 48 out of 50. This is definitely an excellent beer. It's an excellent grab. If you can find it in your area, please, I say go out and definitely get it. So I just want to say cheers. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Thank you all for watching.